red, RGB, red I don't want, green I want, blue I don't want. Now, the green I use here, FF is the highest. That means it's a pure green. Maybe you don't want that blue to be deep, or you don't want that blue. Sorry, you don't want that green to be the highest, to have the highest value. You can just reduce it. You can just reduce it. Let's reduce it here and see what will happen. You can see it does not even look like green. Why? Because I reduce it here. Let's use 5.6 and see what will happen. Oh, put hash into the front. See, you can see now. Okay, so that is how that will work. Okay, go back to this RGB. I didn't explain that in one place before. We have another form of RGB which is called RGBA. The way I treated that RGB is still the same, but you need to add A, which is opacity. We all know that to get red. Now we all know that to get red in RGB is RGB red. That is the highest. The red is 0. The second one is 0. This is how to get red. Okay. If you don't want the red, as in you want an opacity, that is like transparency. You want a transparency to be there, you need to add A, which is opacity. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4. 1, 2, 3. This is 3, it's not complete. So now add 4. Now the value you are going to put here, the minimum is 0. The maximum is 1. So we can have 0, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8. So let me use 0.4. This 0.4 means 0.4. If you can add it like this, it will work. If you leave it like this, it will work. Let's see what this one will give me. Paste. You can see it's red, but the opacity is very low. Okay, let's change to 0.1 and see what will happen. You can see, so it's very light. So that's how to add opacity to it. So what's the next thing? The next thing is CSS. Let's deal with CSS. Let me delete what we have in the body here. So CSS, that is called cascading style sheet. So in a website, how beautiful a website is depends on how you handle CSS, how you style your website. So actually CSS is in another episode, but I'm going to introduce it here. There are 3 ways, in fact 4 ways to include CSS into your website. If you want to style, if you want to design your website, there are 4 ways you can include the code to be used, which is CSS. The first is inline. The second is external. Let me use internal, the second one. The third is external. And the last, which I will not include here, is import. That one is obsolete. Okay, so in these 3, we are going to do 2 in this HTML tutorial. When we reach CSS, we'll deal with this one because of time. Okay, in the CSS here, inline CSS, let me show it to you here. Inline means something you write alongside with what you are dealing with. We are dealing with, let's deal with P. How will you generate a sentence? I've already explained that. That what will you do? Less than L. You see L, lorem. So press enter. See the sentence. Let me delete small. See the sentence. I told you before that you should not forget something here. Something here. There is one. There is one particular arrow here. There is one particular less than, which is the angle bracket. You need to remove it. You need to remove it. So how will you now remove it? Like this. So this is a sentence. You can see our sentence now. So let's now write inline CSS. Let me use the first one. Inline CSS. Just put style. So this is inline CSS. What do you want to do? The first thing I want to do, I want to change the color to red. Color to red. Okay. Let's check whether it's red now. It's red. Okay. The second thing to do, I want the font size to be big. Font size to be 30 pixel. Okay, let's check it. Wow. Okay. What is the next thing? I want the font family. Font family is like font face. So I want a font family to be this. Let me use Arial Black. Let's see how it's. Wow, it's big. Okay. One more thing. I want it to have background. Yes, I want background green. Background color. I want background color black. So this color should be white so that it should be okay. This font is too big. Let's reduce it to 20 and see what's going on. Wow. Okay. Maybe the space between this my text is near this margin. I want it to shift from. Indeed, it's down. I want to shift up. In this place, I want it to shift down. In this place also, I don't want it to touch here. What will we now do? That is what is called padding. So let me add padding. In the left, in the right, in the top, in the bottom. It should not pass 10. Not pass 10 pixels. You see, it's adjust it now. Okay, you can see the way we just did it now. So we use inline CSS to style this. Fonts, normal font. Let me use 16 now. This one, let's use sans serif. That is the best. Yes. So what if you want this place to call, you want this place to call, you want this place to call, this place to call? What will you do? You just come, where do you stop? You stop here, terminate, semicolon. Don't forget that semicolon. If you omit this one, you now write more code in front. In fact, forget. The code you write in front will not work. Alright, let me add border radius 20 pixel. Let's see what will happen. 10, 20 is much. 10. You can see this place call, this place call, this place call, this place call. That is that is a little about inline. What about internal? What is internal? Internal is this. Let me copy all this code. Let's refresh. Do you see any effect? No. So I don't want to use inline. I want to use internal. Internal means CSS code that you have inside this particular page. Don't go inside this particular page. So when we now write in internal CSS, where will you write it? You write it inside head. Please don't forget. You will write it inside head. This is head. We close head here. So you can write it here or you write it here. Under it should just be inside, but this is body, this is end of body, so it should be inside this body. So let me start. You can see style. Click on style. Which type of style are you writing? CSS, you can see. So come to the middle here. So this is where your code will reside. Here. So no space. Is a must. Okay. Now the question is, this is where you are going to write your CSS now. The question